Every video about slow-selling cars makes the same mistake. It treats a long stay on a dealer lot as a verdict on the car. It is not. What you are about to see is not a list of bad vehicles. It is a list of vehicles where dealers ordered far more than buyers wanted. And that gap has a name. It is called market day supply. It measures how long it would take a dealer to sell everything currently sitting on the lot at the pace that model is actually selling right now. That is a very different thing from saying a car has been rotting in one spot for a year, and almost nobody explains that difference. I am going to, because the difference is exactly where your leverage lives. We are counting down the 10 slowest selling new vehicles in America using CarEdge's Market Day Supply Report updated on the 1st of July, 2026. We are going from merely overstocked to genuinely stranded. The vehicle at number 1 has more than a year of inventory sitting in front of it. And the reason why is one of the strangest sales stories in the American car market right now. If you are buying anything in the next 90 days, hit subscribe before we start. Every number in this video is a discount you can walk in and ask for by name. And these figures move every single month. Number 10, the Buick Envision. 227 days of supply. There are 13,373 of them sitting on lots nationwide, against 2,648 sold in the previous 45 days, at an average listing price of $46,293. Here is why. The Envision is the only Buick in America imported from China, and it has been carrying a 25% import tariff since 2018. General Motors was denied an exemption. That cost has been baked into the price for years, and the 2026 model came in around 8% higher than the 2025 car. On top of that, General Motors has already confirmed the next generation replacement moves to Kansas in 2028, which quietly tells every informed shopper to wait. And here is the honest part. Not worthless, but here is what most videos will not tell you. The Envision is a quiet, well-equipped, comfortable crossover, and its supply number actually improved 3% last month. This is a pricing problem wearing a product costume. Volume is high, demand is fine, the sticker is just wrong. That makes it one of the most negotiable mainstream vehicles in America. Number 9, the Alfa Romeo Stelvio. 229 days of supply. 183 on lots, 36 sold in 45 days, averaging $57,967. Here is why. The Stelvio rides on the Giulia platform that launched back in 2015. It is one of the oldest designs still on sale against genuinely modern competition. The replacement was supposed to arrive as an all-electric SUV. Then Alfa watched premium electric demand stall and pulled the whole program back to re-engineer it for combustion and hybrid power. Reporting now points to 2027 at the earliest, with some coverage suggesting 2028. Alfa Romeo sold 5,652 vehicles in the entire United States in 2025, a 36% collapse. And here is the honest part. Not worthless, but here is what most videos will not tell you. The Stelvio still drives better than almost anything in its price bracket, and Alfa just reopened orders on the Quadrifoglio, but its supply number got 6% worse last month, which means the pressure is still building. That is a buying signal, not a warning. Number 8, the Jeep Wrangler 2-door. 230 days of supply, 8,020 on lots, 1,567 sold, averaging $41,729. Stop for a second, because this one should not be here. The Wrangler is the car people cite as proof that some vehicles never lose money. Dealers have historically had zero reason to negotiate on it. That is exactly what makes this entry matter. Here is why. The two-door is the niche shape in a lineup where the four-door does the volume, and the segment has picked up real competition. When 8,000 units are on the ground and dealers move roughly 1,500 in 6 weeks, the old pricing confidence stops holding. And here is the honest part. Not worthless, and this one genuinely is not. The two-door Wrangler still has among the strongest resale reputations of anything on this list, and its supply figure improved 18% last month, so this window is closing faster than the others. If you have wanted one, this is the first time in years the math has faced your direction. Do not confuse an inventory blip with a value collapse. They are opposite things. Number 7. The Maserati Grecale. 233 days of supply, 249 on lots, 48 sold, averaging $95,889. Here is why. This is a $96,000 Italian SUV competing against Porsche, and Maserati's American volume is a rounding error next to the Germans. It also shares its bones with the same Giorgio-derived architecture family that underpins the aging Alfas. And here is the honest part. Not worthless, but here is what most videos will not tell you. The Grecale posted the single biggest improvement on this entire list, with its supply number dropping 39% in 1 month. That is a vehicle actively working its way off the problem list. If you are shopping one, understand that your leverage here is shrinking faster than anywhere else in this countdown, and the depreciation curve on a used one 2 years from now is the real story. Number 6. The Mercedes-Benz EQS. 243 days of supply, 324 on lots, 60 sold at an average of $112,745. Here is why. The federal electric vehicle tax credit expired on the 30th of September 2025, and premium electric demand has not recovered. According to AWDCars, non-Tesla electric vehicles are now the slowest moving segment in the used market at just over 60 days to sell, while Teslas move in about 32. A luxury electric flagship is sitting at the exact intersection of every weak trend at once. And here is the honest part. Not worthless, but here is what most videos will not tell you. The EQS is one of the most technically accomplished cars Mercedes has ever built, and none of that changes the resale math. Its supply number got 11% worse last month. Buy this new, and you are volunteering to absorb the depreciation. Buy it 3 years old, and someone else already did. Number 5, the Audi SQ7. 255 days of supply, 402 on lots, 71 sold at an average of $105,300. Here is why. This is a 6-figure performance version of a large SUV, and performance trims always draw from a narrow pool. When the base vehicle is competing in a crowded luxury segment and the hot trim costs supercar money, the buyer count is simply small. And here is the honest part, not worthless, and I want to be careful here because a high supply figure on a low volume performance model is not the same signal as a high figure on a mainstream family car. The SQ7 is not being rejected. It was over-ordered relative to a buyer pool that was always going to be thin. Its number improved 10% last month. What that means for you is straightforward. Nobody should pay sticker for one. Number 4, the Alfa Romeo Giulia. 270 days of supply, 150 on lots, 25 sold in 45 days, averaging $53,937. 25 cars in 6 weeks in the entire country. Here is why. Everything that is true of the Stelvio is more true of the sedan, because it is a sedan in a market that stopped buying them on a platform from 2015, waiting on a replacement that has been pushed back repeatedly and may not even stay a sedan. And here is the honest part. Not worthless, but here is what most videos will not tell you. The Giulia is the only car on this list whose supply figure got dramatically worse last month, up 34%. Every other entry is either improving or drifting slightly. That makes it the most negotiable car in this countdown right now. It also makes it the one where you should be clearest with yourself that you are buying it because you love how it drives and not because you expect to get your money back. Number 3, the Polestar 4. 318 days of supply, 658 on lots, 93 sold at an average listing price of $70,519. Here is why, and this one is not really about the car at all. In late June, the Commerce Department's Bureau of Industry and Security denied Polestar authorization to sell vehicles from the 2027 model year onward under the new Connected Vehicle Rule targeting Chinese-linked software and hardware. Polestar is majority owned by Giulia. The company announced it is leaving the United States entirely and is not appealing. Its sister brand Volvo applied for the same authorization and was granted it. Polestar has since cut prices by as much as $25,000 on remaining stock. And here is the honest part, and please listen to this one. Not worthless, but here is what most videos will not tell you. Yes, a heavily discounted Polestar 4 is a genuinely extraordinary amount of car for the money right now. Polestar says it will keep supporting existing owners with service and parts, but you would be buying into a brand that has publicly announced its exit, and existing owners are already worried aloud about what that does to resale. If you plan to keep it for a decade, the discount may well be worth it. If you plan to sell it in 3 years, understand the risk you are accepting. Number 2, the Volkswagen ID.4. 349 days of supply, 1,172 on lots, 151 sold, averaging $46,408. Here is why. When the $7,500 federal credit expired, ID.4 demand did not soften. It fell off a cliff. Volkswagen sold about 248 of them in the fourth quarter of 2025, and first quarter 2026 sales were reported down more than 95% year over year. In April, Volkswagen ended ID.4 production at its Chattanooga plant and handed that line over to the gas-powered Atlas. The company says remaining inventory should cover demand into 2027. And here is the honest part, not worthless, but here is what most videos will not tell you. Volkswagen has publicly stated a successor is planned for North America, and the company will keep servicing these cars. This is not a Polestar situation, but you would be buying a discontinued model, which means you should price it like an orphan and then negotiate like one too. The car itself was always competent. The economics around it broke, not the vehicle. And number 1, the Dodge Charger. 385 days of supply, 10,796 of them sitting on dealer lots nationwide, 1,261 sold in 45 days at an average listing price of $58,560. That is more than a year of inventory, the slowest selling new vehicle in America. But here is the part almost nobody covering this list gets right, and it flips the entire story. That number is an average of 2 completely different cars wearing the same name. Through the first half of 2026, Dodge sold 4,583 gasoline Chargers, up 181% year over year, with second quarter sales alone rocketing 404%. Meanwhile, the electric Charger Daytona delivered just 534 units in the same 6 months, down 88%. The gas car is one of the fastest growing performance vehicles in America. The electric one is dragging the entire nameplate to the bottom of this list. Dodge has already confirmed the supercharged Hellcat V8 is returning to the lineup. And here is the honest part. Not worthless, and in fact, number 1 on this list is the closest thing here to a genuine opportunity. If you want the Daytona, you are shopping the single most oversupplied vehicle in the country, and you should negotiate accordingly. If you want the gas 6-pack, understand that the headline number does not describe your car, and a salesperson who thinks it does is a salesperson you can work with. So, here is the thesis I opened with, and I want to close on it. A long market day supply is not a scorecard, it is a lever. Not one vehicle in this countdown is on the list because it is a bad car. They are here because of a tariff, an expired tax credit, a delayed replacement, a federal ruling, or a powertrain the public did not want attached to a nameplate the public still loves. Every single one of those is a story about the market, not about the machine. The first owner pays for the badge, the second owner gets the bargain. But on this particular list, for once, the first owner gets a shot at the bargain too, and only if they walk in knowing the number. So tell me in the comments which one of these you would actually sign for, and which one you would not touch even at $25,000 off. I am genuinely curious where you draw that line, because I do not think there is one right answer. And if this saved you money or stopped you making an expensive mistake, subscribe. I run these numbers fresh every month.